Hey, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening to those of you who are tuned in. Where we are, it is 12:30 in our time zone, bringing you guys Midnight Madness. You know how we do it, a little bit fashionably late, so not right at midnight. For those of you who are watching the recording, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever it is. All right, and I won't even raise the bar now. I want to say great because great is a decision and a choice that we can consciously make. All right. We are powerless over the things that happen in life, but we are not powerless over our actions and our reactions to it. So I want each and every person to just open up your subconscious, let tonight's topic really penetrate your subconscious. All right. Real quick, I'm gonna introduce myself. All right, I'm social media hype man, the social media hype man, aka Terrance A. Collins Jr., aka Mr. Inspired Mind. Tonight, I'm here with you guys. All right, and I have with me for Midnight Madness with DMT, episode 5. All right, I have with me the D and DMT. All right, this gentleman right here. All right, I'm trying to tell you guys. They say that faith can move mountains. All right, this gentleman right here with his mind. He's not worried about mountains. This guy repositions stars and galaxies. All right, and star formations. The reason why we have the constellations is because he got bored and he wanted to make pictures in the sky. All right. Sir BGS, aka Mr. Irvin, say what's up, sir, founder of the Titan Squad.
What up, what it is, and what it will be, people. Once again, D. Irving, aka Sir BGS, here properly prepared for this message. Let's get it, bro.
Definitely. And the other gentleman I have on the line with me right now tonight, this guy is just saying world class, will be absolutely disrespecting this man. This man is in a league of his own, a league of extraordinary gentlemen. The people they looked up to when they were growing up looked up to this man, all right, on his worst day. That's the person they look up to. And when this man is in his zone, he's in his comfort zone, I'm trying to tell you. Banks shut down and new financial institutions open up, and it all starts in the mind. The person I have on the line with us tonight, this man is just a gentleman and a scholar that didn't even pay justice. Stevenson, say what's up, sir.
Oh man, thank you for the introduction, Terrance. Man, I much appreciate it. I'm so glad to be on this, this wonderful hangout with you guys, man. The public out there, they can copy our style, they can copy our format, but you can't copy respect, and that's something these guys will never have. You know what I mean? So, let's educate the world, man. Let's let them know what we about.
Let's do it.
Definitely, man, definitely. And one of the biggest things, all right, that holds people back, and I get asked all the time, Terrance, well, what can I do to get from where I am to where I want to be? Because you always tell me, Terrance, to get from where I am to where I want to be, where I need to be, where I deserve to be in my life, and to be able to live the quality of my lifestyle. And so, what is the number one thing that holds people back in any facet in life? All right, 'cause this isn't marketing mindset training. This is life mindset right here. All right, and the answer to that we're going to cover tonight for you guys, and that is the evolution of action. All right, and the gentleman that I'm going to let hop in on this subject first tonight, that is going to absolutely. I said it once, I'll say it again. When this gentleman speaks, those that aren't even alive anymore. All right, we're going to take it all the way out to the founder of the Titan Squad. Let him be the lead off hitter tonight. Go ahead, take it away, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We're talking about the evolution of action, people. First and foremost, people have to understand what action is and also understand what evolution is. All right. I like to say this. Life is a series of evolutionary events. You will either learn from your situation, grow from your past, apply it to your present so you can build a future and evolve yourself, or you shall remain in the same mindset that you were yesterday, which is the same mindset that you're going to be that you had a week ago, a month ago, a year ago, and you are going to remain primitive. There will not be any evolution for you if you don't understand what evolution in action is. Let's take a stab at evolution real quick. First and foremost, I'm not a history teacher, but I do have a concept of what history has taught me, experience has taught me. And experience has a lot to do with evolution. Whatever it is that you've experienced in the past, you need to actually apply that to your present to get you to a better future. If you're not in the right position, if you're not in a good position of where it is that you want to be, that you were before, if you've seen that there's been some level of growth from where it is that you were a month ago, a week ago, yesterday, an hour ago, hell, 5 minutes ago, if you've actually taken some level of action, something to apply to what it is that you've learned in the past to get you to acknowledging something, having a breakthrough, or just being better than you were before, you've taken some type of action. Okay, it doesn't matter what it is. Here's something for you. If you're walking down the street and you accidentally trip on the curb, you've learned from that. You've learned from that experience right there, right? You've learned from that. So the next time you're walking down the street, you notice there's a curb. Honestly, before you even notice that the curb, you have an inkling of what happened in the past. So you're going to let that solidify itself, and you're going to become a lot more aware of where that curb is. So the next time you come upon that curb, you're going to do what it is that it takes to avoid it. And the reason why you took the actions necessary to avoid it is because you learned from the past. You learn from your present, from your past situations, from your past experiences, meaning that it's ingrained itself in what happened and what you need to do so that problem never happens before, so you can get over that hurdle, that curb, to continue on and keep doing what it is that you do, what it is that you were doing. You were walking. Now, last time you tripped over the curb, I'm not saying that you're not going to walk, but guess what? When you tripped over it, you tripped, you fell, you probably busted your knee, or at least embarrassed yourself, and ended up on World Star. But anyway, you learn from that mistake, meaning that you progressed. You now know how to avoid curbs. You now know when you're going to be running or walking down the street, you know anytime that there's a curb, you are going to avoid it. Now, if we're going to take that situation and apply it to anything else, because basically life imitates life, right? Everybody say art imitates life, but life imitates life in itself. So if we apply this to your level of success, of where it is that you want to be in, if we're applying this to business, if we're applying this to, whatever. If you're not learning from the mistakes, if you're not putting in the effort, if you're not putting forth the action that you need to get yourself to a better financial situation, or any type of situation, honestly, that you want to see yourself in, then it's because you're not taking the necessary action needed to get you to where it is that you want to get to. And I'm not just speaking, and when I say when I'm talking this, I'm speaking because of the experiences that I've had. I'm not just pulling this out just to hurt anybody's feelings or anything like that. This is real life. I've experienced this, and I bet every single person that's on this call right here has experienced this. So I've learned from my mistakes. I've learned from my curbs, my financial curbs. I've learned from just life, what curbs life has thrown in front of me. And I know what it is that I need to do, meaning that I'm taking the action necessary. Now, if I'm not taking the action necessary, I will continue to trip over the curb, and I will continue to embarrass myself, or I will continue to bust my behind. Now, there's a saying, you know what? I actually forget who says it, but say when you I think they say like, make mistake, shame on me. First time, make mistake, shame on me. Second time, shame on whatever. I forget the saying, but basically it's saying if you mess up the first time, you make a mistake the first time, okay, that's because you were ignorant to the fact of the situation. If you make a mistake the second time, you were aware of it, meaning you chose to take the same action that got you to the same place, or should I say your lack of action kept you in the same place, kept you in the same situation, kept you in the same scenario. The only way you're going to be able to evolve and get to a better position is if you start taking the actions necessary to do so. You have to learn from what it is that you did in the past, apply it to the present to get to the better future. It's just what it is. I'm going to hand it off.
Nice, nice. Loving that. I was loving that. Terrance, is that my key? Is that my cue? Get on there. So I just want to elaborate on that. You know, definitely right on that. I mean, guys, when it comes to elevating your mind, your spirit, just everything, you know, everything starts with you. You're the center of gravity, you know? You have to look at yourself in the mirror and understand what do you want to do, you know? In order to elevate, in order to get to that next level, you must move forward. The only person who understands you best is you. You know, your voice, your mind, your decision, your actions, everything comes down to you. And, you know, what's funny is human beings are the only species in this entire universe that never grow to their full potential. You look at a tree, it'll grow as tall as it can be. You look at a cheetah, it'll run as fast as it can. But human beings always limit themselves, you know? They never live up to their full potential. Why? Because they're stuck in a state of mind of, you know, of negativity, of, you know, operating backwards, you know? Understand something. Guys, I want you to really grasp this, you know what I mean? It's evil to live backwards. I need y'all to grab that. It's evil to live backwards. Flip evil around. It's evil to live backwards. It's a crime. All right? It's illegal. Okay? It's slow suicide. It's no way to live. We must understand that in order to move forward, to really elevate ourselves as a person, we must change our surroundings. We must change the people around us. We must change our environment. What do birds do when it gets cold? They fly south. That's what birds do. We as people, we must change our ways when something is not working. You can't operate backwards. You don't move. You're not moving nowhere. That's the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. You're not going to get different results. You're going to be stuck in your ways. We don't want that. That's not what we're trying to do here. We're going into 2015, guys. 2015, understand this. I really, really want you guys to understand this. Understand that the opinions of others, especially the negative ones, do not help you move forward. They're only holding you back. They're only holding you back, man. You must gravitate towards the people that are going to help you grow, that are going to help you develop yourself, that's going to help you become a better person, a better you. You don't get to the top by being around people who bring you down. There is no way. We must let go of these people. We must get rid of them, whether they're family, whether they're friends. It might hurt, but people like that are preventing you from growing. And we can't have that. Like I said, we can't have that. It's you know why? Because in order for you to elevate and become who you're destined to become, that's your passion. That's what's gonna lead you to what you were meant to do with your life. And to not follow your passion, to not follow your love, to not become who you were meant to be, I'm telling you, that is slow suicide. You are killing yourself every single day. You might as well go smoke 6 packs of cigarettes a day if you're going to do that. you might as well slit your wrists and, jump off the Empire State Building. We don't need to do that. We are trying to elevate ourselves. We are trying to move forward. Our ancestors came too far for us to be stagnant and stuck in our ways and to not move forward. Understand that millions of immigrants come to this country for a better living, for a better way. If they see the vision and you're here and you don't, there's a big problem. A very, very big problem. We need to do better. We need to become better. We need to apply ourselves. We need to put this into action. We can't just talk about it. Just had a conversation. See, we had a bunch of people who can't just talk about it. We got to actually do it. Our actions got to speak for us. Then you will see results. You don't see results by doing nothing. Nobody ever got nowhere by doing nothing. So this is something that, everybody needs to, come to the realization and understand that in order for us to grow and move and for you to get where you want to be in life, so you can look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what, I did it my way. I got where I am because I took the necessary steps. And I didn't let these people hold me back. I didn't let the negative people hold me back. I didn't let, my parents hold me back, my friends, all this drama that's going on in my life. I got centered with myself, understood what needed to be done. I took the necessary actions. I applied it. And now I'm moving forward. Now we're not living backwards no more. Now we're not running around in circles no more. We're not doing the same thing over and over again. Now you're growing. Now you're elevating. You're educating yourself. You're reading more. You're becoming more knowledgeable. You're surrounding yourself with more smart people. Because when you surround yourself with people who are more intelligent than you, guess what? It elevates your game. You become intelligent. You learn something new. Look at this circle right now. I'm with some of the smartest people in this network industry. And guess what? It's elevated my game. Terrance, you have elevated my game. D, you have elevated my game. And when that happens, that's when you become a better person. And that's the whole purpose of evolution. Evolving, always increasing, always taking the next step forward. Now understand, if we always operated the same way, we would not be where we are today. There is no way. I expect my kids to be better than me by the time they reach my age. That's the way it's supposed to be. I expect my kids to be smarter, stronger, healthier, wealthier than me. That is the way it's supposed to be. That is evolution. When I see too many people out here and I see their parents, they have their own house, their own cars, and you're still stuck in the basement and not doing nothing with yourself. No, that's not evolution. That's de-evolution. You're actually, your family just took 6 generations backwards. And we're not trying to live backwards. We're trying to live forward. We're going into 2015, people. It's time to wake up and realize what our purpose is. Everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a vision. Everybody has a dream. But in order to make your dreams, your hopes, and to really evolve, you have to put in the work. You have to apply these steps. Dreaming alone is not going to get it done. It won't get it done. Dream is just a quick glimpse as to what you want. But to actually get it, you must work for it. Dreams work only if you work. That's just the way it goes. And that's how it always goes. So I'm telling you guys, if you really want to take hold of your life, you really want to become better, you really want to change your surroundings and your well-being and all stuff like that, I'm telling you, you must first elevate yourself. You must start with yourself. You must look in the mirror. You must point out your flaws. You must say, you know what? I'm going to stop being lazy. I'm going to stop being, negative. I'm going to stop, not doing nothing and, not taking action. I'm going to stop, with all this stuff. Say that to yourself first. And then say, you know what, I'm going to finally become a better me. And then go to work. And that's how you elevate yourself. That's it, boys. There we go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nugget.
Woo!
Nugget.
You guys, right? You guys, oh my God.
Killed it.
All right, so again, I'm social media hype man, the social media hype man, aka Terrance A. Collins Jr. All right, and this is what I want to talk to you guys about when it comes to everything that we're discussing, all the subcategories, and the main thing being the main thing, the evolution and action. All right, I want you guys to understand something that Bill Gates started in a garage. You see what I'm saying? And now he is the standard when it comes to one particular arena of wealth. All right, but wealth is a broad term, so whatever your strength is, whatever your gift is, whatever your passion, your purpose is, you can be that standard, that trademark in that. But you got to be willing to take action. I don't care what's going on with you in life. I don't care what kind of phone you have, what kind of car you have, where you live, any of those things. Those are all excuses. This man started in a garage, all right, and now he is the standard for money. You see what I'm saying? Now here's the thing: if you want to be paid, all right, like an executive at Microsoft, and you want that check that says, paying this executive at Microsoft, then you need to become an executive at Microsoft. You got to put in a couple weeks of work, and then you get that paycheck, and that's how life works. Okay? So whatever you say it is that you want, you need to show up day in and day out. You need to be that action taker in that arena, doing those action it takes to get the paycheck that you're looking for in your life. All right, so this is how things work. All right, now the law of attraction. I'm real big with that. People they get real big on speaking things into existence. Well, guess what? I can speak about brushing my teeth on a daily basis. If I never take that action, I'm never gonna brush my teeth. My teeth won't brush themselves. You see what I'm saying? And so if I speak about brushing my teeth on a daily basis, chances are not that long later I'm going to get tired, right? And then I'm going to wake up. It's going to be a brand new day, and the universe right there is instantaneously testing me to see if I am being the person I say I am going to be. Because now there's only one of two directions that this is going to go. Either my breath is going to get fresher or my mouth is going to get funkier. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, so either it's going to get fresher or my mouth is going to get funkier. So I spoke it into existence, and what I really speak into existence, I spoke that opportunity for me to take that action step into existence. You see what I'm saying? That's what you speak into existence is an opportunity for you to make a decision. And when you make a decision, decide. Worst thing was side, homicide, genocide, suicide, something dies. Either you brushed your teeth or you didn't. There ain't no in between. Ain't no half stepping. That's the way that life works. That's the way that these results come. All right, it's either you did or you didn't. You see what I'm saying? And so you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. They don't call us human speaking into existence. They don't call us human manifestation projects, human experiments, humans, I'm going to see how it happens. Humans, I hate my boss. Human, I hate my job. Human, I can't. They call us human beings. And so when we start being exactly what we're speaking about, then we start receiving it. Okay? Because when we speak it, we get an opportunity that presents itself for us to be it. And when we be it, then we get that paycheck. You see, if we talk about getting a paycheck, we talk about getting a job, and we get a job interview and we don't show up, we can keep trying to speak that paycheck into existence, but we never even show up for the interview. And the problem most of you are having is you're missing the interview of your life. Okay? You're missing the interview in your life. You're speaking things into existence, but you won't even show up to see if you can get it. All right? Or you show up for the interview, but you don't show up for your first day on the job. Or you show up for your first day, but you don't show up for that third day. Or you show up for that third day, and you don't show up for the fifth day. What's going to happen is that paycheck is not coming. And what you do get is not the paycheck that you were speaking about receiving. All right? You have to take insane inspired action. When you get that new job, you can tell who the newest person at the job is because they're the hardest working person, but they're the least paid person there. at the same point in time. And they're there early. They're willing to stay late. They're willing to do all the things nobody wants to do. They're trying to show up and they're trying to show out. They're trying to look good for the boss. And then what starts to happen when they're stuck in that JOB, that just over broke, all right, when they're stuck in that, then what happens is over time they realize that people are making more money than them doing less than half the work they do. So we start to become conditioned as human beings to do just enough to not get fired while we accept just enough pay to not quit. You see what I'm saying? But even then, here's the thing. Even then, you're still showing up, taking that action to receive that paycheck. So when it comes to things outside of a job, how come we don't start the same kind of reciprocity? It's not always going to be fun. It's not always going to be easy. All right. Life is very simple, and they never said it was going to be easy. They said it was going to be worth it. All right. And now you take somebody and that they've had 5 years of success, and they're starting something the same time you are. Right. That person, yeah, they're being paid more, and it looks like they have a lot less work to do to get started. All right. And so you might just start, put your head down a little bit. You might naturally want to start, to take less action, to spend less time doing it. And what happens when you do that is you are getting paid for what you're being. See that person, they might have to do if you're in marketing, they might have to do less work to be able to get those first order sales. But here's the thing. Is it easier for you to keep up with just yourself in business, or would it be easier for you to keep up with the 100,000 people under you in business?
Mm.
See what I'm saying? And here's the thing. All right, we'll take a McDonald's for example. I love using McDonald's examples. All right, their Wi-Fi is excellent. All right, and the people are fun. The food is great. There's nothing better than McDonald's breakfast sandwich. You go get that egg biscuit, couple hash browns. Now here's the thing: the person who's on the hash browns is usually the newest person there. Out of the people who haven't got a pay raise, a pay boost, the most experienced person there is making the egg biscuit. And the person who's sitting back with their arms crossed, they're usually the manager or assistant manager, right? And you come in and you're like, man, they're not touching the hash browns. They're not making the egg biscuits. They got it way simpler, man. If I start working as hard as they do or as much as they do, maybe I'll get paid the way they do. But here's the thing you don't see. If somebody doesn't show up, who has to come in early? Somebody goes home sick, who has to stay late? All right, usually, if you're working that overnight shift, the person who's doing the cleaning of the bathrooms and the facilities is that manager. They're doing the job that there's not no staff for. So when you come in that small segment of time, all right, and you look at what's going on around you, all right, because we have a tendency to want to deflect instead of accept. So when we start to deflect and we look around, we just see that manager sitting back watching everybody else do what they're being paid to do. But all the things they're not being paid to do, that manager still has to do. Somebody has to change the drawers. All right. Somebody has to make sure that the order is kept and the piece is kept in the facility. Somebody has to make sure the facility is clean. Somebody has to walk outside in the middle of winter, in the middle of rainstorms, in the middle of hailstorms, in the middle of heat waves, and make sure that the outside looks the way it's supposed to. Somebody has to make sure the lights are on when they're supposed to. They go off when they're supposed to. Somebody has to do all those things. So is it easier for you to just drop the hash browns, or is it easier for you to worry about every single aspect of what's going on with the facility? You see? Now, here's the thing. When you're talking about outside of a job, anything you're doing in life, any project you're doing in life, any passion you have in life, any purpose that you have in life, duplication takes place if you're doing it right. So now you can start to become that owner who has multiple franchises, and he doesn't have to worry about those little things. He's worried about the monthly picture. You see what I'm saying? And he's duplicating. He went from being that person in the restaurant, servicing customers, to servicing the restaurant, to keeping track of everything in the restaurant. So he's replaced himself at every single level and now has multiple restaurants of his own, in which people are able to keep duplicating what he's done. And now it becomes, a manager factory in which people are getting promoted. He gets another establishment. They have already trained managers who can come in, they can step up, and now their income explodes or their results explode. All right, that duplication is key. But here's the thing about duplication is I can sit here and I can get 50 people, all right, to sit down and listen to me, and I can tell them about taking action, right? I can talk to them about taking action. And if I never take that action, you know how many of those 50 people are going to take action? One. One, maybe one. Why? Because you have to take that action first. People don't, they don't listen to what you say. They listen to what you do. They see who you are. It's human beings. Whatever you're being is what people are seeing, and that's what they respond to. You see, 99% of the time, people will forget what you said. 85% of the time, people will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel. And when you want positive results in your life, you need to be a positive person. And positive people, they make other people feel more positive. They leave waves of positivity with people. All right. When somebody hears social media hype, man, usually they start to brighten up and they're like, okay, cool. You know, somebody hears the name Terrance A. Collins Jr. and they have great things to say. They want to start a conversation. All right. We do this midnight madness. All right. About 15 minutes before we hop on is when I reach out to somebody. Hey, I would love to pull you onto this, and it doesn't matter what they're doing. They drop everything they're doing to hop on here. Why? Because that credibility, that integrity in a way that I make people feel. And I only bring people on who leave those types of feelings and results in other people. You know? But here's the thing. If I talked about being a good person, I never was a good person. I wouldn't be able to have anybody on here. I'll be an army of one, a pissed off army of one. Nothing positive is coming from that. You see what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to this action, this is how this whole process works, all right? What you speak, what you speak, you're not speaking into existence. You're speaking that opportunity, that interview. You're speaking that into existence for the universe to test you to see if you are or if you are not what you are saying, all right? Now, the attraction comes from your brain waves. So the more you think it, the more you feel it, the more you start to believe it. When you speak it, the stronger, more profound, and quicker it comes for you. The opportunity, right? And if you're all about it, what normally happens are all about it. So when that test comes, you didn't even realize the test happened, and you pass it. Or you can be a hypocrite and you fail, right? But now, the part that gets you through that test is that action step, all right? When you take that action, literally, action, act on, you're telling the universe which way to act on. If you don't take that action, if you don't give it a positive way to act on, if you don't encourage it or show which journey and which path to follow and flow on forward to act on, then you're not going to get the result that you want because
That was supposed to happen.
That was supposed to happen.
That was supposed to happen, people.
Freaking Terrance, yo.
Oh,
Oh my God.
oh.
Terrance. So, you know, to elaborate on what Terrance was saying,
Mhm.
when you think it, when you believe it, when you actually believe it, you know, inside in your mind, you know, that's when the universe, you know, understands what you really want. What you give out is what you're gonna get in return. So when you think negative, you act negative, you know, that's what you get in return. A lot of people don't understand. That's a lot of times the stuff that are happening to them is because of what they're giving out to the universe. People always say, well, you know, that person's lucky because they're, you know, good things are always happening to them. No, it's not because they're lucky. It's because what they say and what they believe, what they put out to the universe, it comes back to them as positive. So good things are always happening to them. You know, positive things are always happening to them. You know, the stuff like that, you have to understand that your thoughts, your attitude, your actions, It speaks out to the universe. Believe it or not, trust me, I know this stuff. It speaks out to the universe. And whatever you put out there, that's what you're gonna get in return. Like you said, we're good people because of our integrity, our reputation. We've built that. That's something we've built on. And it wasn't because, well, one day they said, Stevenson Lindor's a reputable guy. No, I had to earn it. I had to build it. I had to show the world that, I'm trustworthy, I'm responsible, I'm educated, I'm a positive person, I'm a helpful person. I'm always trying to reach out and teach people. Then people related to me. Then people came to me. Then people were attracted to me. Because that's the energy that I gave out. And that's what I got in return. So it's real simple, guys. It's really simple. It's the laws of attraction. What you put out is what you're going to get in return. It's just that simple. It's just that easy. A lot of you guys are making it complicated, making it harder than it already is. A lot of you guys are in your own way of your success. And it's sad. Find me a man who conquers himself. He's 1,000,000 times stronger than the man who conquers 1,000 people. You find me a guy who has conquered himself. He is 1,000 times stronger than the man who conquered 1,000,000 people. You know why? Because, like I said, it's laws of attraction. What he put out there, that's what he got in return. He understood himself. He conquered himself. He conquered his demons. He conquered, everything around him, his environment. And he was able to release that to the world. And that's what the world gave back to him. Remember, it's not life is a bitch or life treats you some sort of way. Life doesn't do nothing to you. It's how you treat life. People always tell me, how's life treating me? No, life is treating me perfectly fine. How am I treating life? How am I treating the world that I was put into? It's about how you react to situations, to problems, to circumstances that has affected you. The way you react to it will determine how your life is going to be. Life is just beautiful. That's it. A rock doesn't do nothing to you if you trip over it. You just happen to trip over a rock. That's it. It was sitting there. It was standing there. You just happened to trip over a rock. So it's up to you to learn from your mistakes. It's up for you to say, okay, you know what? Next time, I'm going to move out the way. Next time when that rock comes in front of me, I have this obstacle. I know how to maneuver around it. It is not going to become a problem for me. Too many people stand there and trip over the same rock over and over and over again. And you know what they do? They blame the rock when they should be blaming themselves. Get out of your own way, people. You are the cause of your own destruction. Get out of your own way. Once you do that, once you move the rock or whatever obstacle that is in your way, guess what? Guess what? You have a clear path. Guess what? You have a long road ahead of you. Guess what? You have a bright future. Remember, there's nothing new under the sun. Everything that has been said has been done. It's nothing new. There's nothing the sun hasn't seen already. Stop acting brand new. Stop acting like the world owes you something. The world doesn't owe you nothing. If anything, you owe the world. You owe the world something. You owe the world your gift. It's a tragedy for you to die and the world has not seen your gift. It's a tragedy to leave this planet and that invention was never created. That talent was never seen. That skill was never developed. That brain, that knowledge was never, you know, educated and released to other people. That is the tragedy in life. Get out of your own way. You are causing your own destruction. You are the reason why you are failing. Nobody else. Stop blaming others. Once you stop doing this, you will finally see the results you've always wanted. And let me tell you, that's when life becomes so beautiful. That's when, you know, the true joy comes out. That's when the true excitement comes out. That's when everything that you've ever wanted to do, you ever dreamed of, that's when everything comes to reality. But you have to get out your own way first. You have to. If you do not do this, you will constantly keep repeating the same mistakes, keep constantly getting in the same trouble, always staying in the same environment, and you don't go nowhere. It's hard. It's really, really hard to, you know, to be around somebody that just doesn't comprehend this, that doesn't understand, you know, what it takes. Like Terrance said, you know, nobody said this was going to be easy. It's possible. It's doable. It can definitely happen. But I never said it was going to be easy. But with a little bit of effort, you can definitely get there. With a little bit of patience, you can definitely get there. With a little bit of determination, you can definitely get there. Persistence, you can definitely get there. Hard work, you can definitely get there. Dedication, you can definitely get there. Inspire someone. Motivate someone. Educate someone. Help someone. You will get there. You follow these steps, guys. You take these necessary steps. I promise you. Not only will you get there, you will achieve something most people don't ever get to see in their life. And that's true potential. That is the pinnacle of why we are here. It was what we were made to do. Simple as that. We were put here to bless the world with everything we have. And that's what we're here to do. That's what we want you to do. But you're stuck in your ways. You're in your own way. Get out of it. Please, please get out of it. Terrance, you're back. It's on you, man.
Oh, bro. Before he even steps back in to claim it, I have to get that point. Man, that right there, that was, ladies and gentlemen, that right there was some of the realest stuff you'll ever hear.
Yes.
Now, from what Terrance said, that I hope y'all took notes. What Preseason said, I hope y'all took notes. The examples, the wordplay is absolutely immaculate. The knowledge dropped is impeccable. But for you guys that really aren't comprehending, maybe you need a visual. So want you to pay attention to this. Look at this real quick. All right. Now, that's you. This right here, that's where you want to be, right? This is where you don't want to be. You do not want to be here. You see this arrow right here? That's life. This is going to continue to move in any direction. If you continue to remain stuck here when this arrow moves, you are either going to be in a negative space and you will stay there.
Yep.
Now you can put this in any place. You can put here and here. This can be your friends. Your friends can be in this area. Your situation can be in this area. I don't care. I want you guys to actually take this, use this as an example. Draw this up. In the negative space, I want you to put your situation, your life, like your life situations, your friends. I know it's going to hurt, but I want you to honestly think about this. Write that stuff down because it's going to make it so much more obvious as to where it is that you need to, what you need to do, the type of actions you need to take to help evolve your situation. Put everything, friends, situations, whatever's dragging you down, attitude too. Write it all down. Put it in this space. Once again, this arrow right here is life. If this negative space right here is filled up with all the things that you already know are keeping you from evolving to getting to this positive space, this area right here, then guess what? You need to do some adjustments because this arrow is going to continue to move whether you like it or not. I suggest you move with it and move above it, honestly, because the actions you take, when you take, like Terrance said, ridiculously inspired action, you begin to actually move above that line before this line gets to you in general. You will be over this line before that line meets you. We got, everybody already knows, Mark Thompson. Dude is a beast. And he says, we are made from the same fibers of the universe. So imagine if you're taking so much inspired action that you begin to, because you're made from the same fibers of the universe, you begin to act upon that ability that you have, that power. And you guys heard it from Stevenson already. All right. When you guys start to act upon that, your ability, your potential, you start to raise the bar. When I say raise the bar, I mean you're raising yourself. You start ending up in this area right here with a positive plus sign. This right here is going, like Stevenson said, this right here is going to be the people you meet. They're going to be the people you meet. Smarter people, they can be smart. Don't be mad because these people are smarter than you. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to put this down. If the people are smarter than you, it's a plus sign. It's a bonus. Because if someone is more intelligent than you, more positive, they're going to basically help you get to the level of where it is that you want to be in life in general. Seriously. Like I was talking about with that arrow, it's going to continue to move. Life is a series of evolutionary events. You either grow, progress, take the action necessary to evolve, or you are going to remain primitive in your situation. This whole diagram that I just drew up, it's simple, but it gets the point across. Everything said, if you don't see it, write this stuff down. If you don't see what's being said, if you don't hear what's being said, at least see what's being said. And if you don't see what's being said, then you have an issue that you need to work out because you're still stuck in a primitive mindset. That's just what it is. There is no growth until you understand how to grow. That's usually cutting negative things off. Seriously. If there's certain situations in your life that are keeping you in a certain position, you need to understand what you need to do, what it takes to get you to a better place. And when we talk about action, we're not just talking about taking opportunities, seeing opportunities to help you grow. The fact is, action We take actions in everything that we do. Everything. What I'm doing right now, me speaking right now, that's an action. The gestures I'm making is an action. How are you perceiving this? The fact that you got onto this call, the fact that you got onto this hangout, you took action. The fact that you're listening to what's being said is an action you're taking to help progress yourself. Now, guess what? You can listen, you can watch, you can take notes, but if you do not continue to take the action necessary to apply it to your life, you will remain in the same position you are in already.
Yes.
Take it for what it is. He already told you what it is you need to do. Terrance dropped the bombs on you. I hope you understood that. Straight up. McDonald's, you can't get any bigger than a McDonald's reference and a Bill Gates reference. I'll tell you that right now. Like, for the fact that he's sitting in one McDonald's of millions of McDonald's around the world, what does that tell you? That's yo, that right there is a bomb reference, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But I want you guys to write that stuff down. Write it down. Make that diagram. Straight up, make that diagram and make sure you go back to it every single day so you see what it is that you need to do. What's holding you back? What do you want to subtract from your life that's actually going to put that positive sign in there? And the fact that you hear negative and positive, it's a given. You surround yourself with positive people, you will begin to add upon yourself. When you continue to stay surrounded by negative people, you're going to stay negative. Okay? Let's just be real. If you have 0 right here, then you have 1, 2, 3, then you have -1, -2, -3, and your math doesn't add up because you're not adding upon to your life, you're going to remain in the negative. Some of this might hurt, but it's real. Look at your life. Look at your life. And honestly, to tell you the truth, you can't blame the negative people, for keeping you in that negative space. You can't. You're keeping yourself in the negative space because you're surrounding yourself with those negative people. The minute you cut those people off is the minute you start adding to your life. Cut those people off, find yourself some positive people, and you will add to your life. You will multiply your situation. This is just what it is. If I give you $5, guess what? You have $5 more than you had before. If I take that $5 away, then go in your wallet and take another $5, guess what? You out $10. Actually, no, you just out $5 because I gave you $5, took that joint away, and then I went into your pockets and took some more. That's what usually, like, the people that in your life, if they keep you in a negative space, if they're keeping you low, if they're keeping your attitude in such a devolved state, they basically are going into your wallet and taking your money. That's what it's like. They are taking your life's currency.
Yep.
You better do something to add to it. You better find some cats that are looking like hundreds, looking like 50s, looking like 20s, looking like $1 bit, looking like 20 cents. You better find some dimes. Stack your change up. But it takes you doing what you need to do to find that. And all that usually takes is just applying yourself and taking action. You have to. You're taking action on a regular basis, so why are you not taking action that's actually going to help better your life? Why take action that's going to keep you in the same place?
Nope.
You see what I'm saying? Everything that you do on a regular basis is an action all in itself. You breathing is an action. But when you just continue to breathe in the exact same space and you're not doing anything with it, what's the point of you still breathing? That's just what it is, man. Take what it is that these cats say. Take what it is that even if you're not listening to me, take what it is that you heard these two cats say, Stevenson, Terrance. Listen to what it is these cats said. Because this is going to help you. But honestly, to tell you the truth, it takes you listening and then applying what's being said for you to get to where it is that you want to get to. I'm going to pass it back to the social media hype man.
Man. You guys absolutely no words in any linguistic words, those words that came out of your guys' mouth. Man, it's absolutely man, it's absolutely great to
Yep.
hear this. Like,
Yes.
oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys think tuning in, this is something crazy. Remember, we're only in season one. All right, we're only in season one. Wait until we come on tour, and we
Yep.
bring
Yep.
for us to speak on in person. All right, and which we're able to record these joints live and in person with you guys, and get some audience engagement and interaction going on. This is definitely a mindset movement right here, and we're not here to mastermind to feed you guys. We want you guys to be here to mastermind. All right. And that's definitely what it's about. It starts with action. All right, now if you surround full of homeless people and you're doing what it takes to keep up and stay with those homeless people, you're gonna wind up homeless. You see what I'm saying? But if you surround yourself with 10 multimillionaires and you want to keep up with them, you want to stay up with them, guess what? You're going to be on the phone, the computer, in the car, on the plane, everywhere, non-stop. You're going to be like, man, you only showed me the pictures of your vacations. You showed me the picture of your cars. You showed me the picture of your house. You didn't show me all the sleep you don't get. You didn't show me, your phone schedule. You didn't show me your travel schedule. Like, man, you spend more on gas than anybody else, and you don't even look at the price. To keep up with them, guess what you gotta do? You gotta take action. And you're gonna be taking the actions that they're taking, which means you're gonna start getting the results that they're getting. With who do you bring into your circle? All right, if nobody around you is an ace, then I'm gonna need you to start connecting with aces online. All right, the world is linear now with technology. I can hop on the Google Hangout with somebody from Australia. All right, the same time I have somebody in the UK. All right, I'm on Eastern time zone. Same way I got somebody in there from Pacific time zone. How do I know this is possible? Because I did this a couple of days ago. Why? Because you only got worried about multiple countries right now. All right. Why? Because I took that small little action. All right. See, this is how this works. Is you might not know the how, you might not know the when, but when you know the why and you start to take action, the how and when will develop themselves. All right. I woke up one day. I said, man, boom. I need to get back into marketing. All right, of a particular brand, of a particular kind. All right. I want a global business. And I was in a business that wasn't global. It was only in one country, in which to fully take the full advantages of that opportunity in a certain couple of states. All right, that didn't fit the global vision. Say, look, man, I'm going to have a global business before Thanksgiving. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. And so I started building my connections outside the United States. Start sleeping hours that people in the U.S. look at me like, man, you're crazy. You're crazy. People who work jobs they don't understand. That's the only thing they do. They're not trying to look for nothing else, look to be nothing else. They're not looking to be better. They don't understand. Your average marketer in the United States, they're like, what are you doing? Like, your sleep schedule's all messed up. But no, based on what I said, my sleep schedule is perfect to talk to who I need to talk to. See, nothing great ever came from a comfort zone. It's time to get uncomfortable. You know, the number one thing that makes a situation uncomfortable is because it's brand new and fear sets in. So we have a natural tendency to avoid that feeling. Why? Because, all right, it's fear. And we already talked about fear a couple weeks ago. And fear is a tool. If a house is on fire, you're going to get out of that burning house. But everything in life that's brand new is not a house on fire. So if you're not comfortable in your house right now, your house is probably on fire. You just don't realize it yet. That could be your business, it could be your mentor, it could be your upline, it could be your team, it could be your job, it could be your spouse, it could be your circle of friends. I don't know, but you have to look inside of you to figure out what action you need to take to get out of that house that's on fire. Is it comfortable to jump out of a window from the second story? Hell no. But if the entire house is on fire, what's more comfortable, jumping out the second story or burning to death? You see what I'm saying? I need you to be willing to jump out that window. All right? I need you to be willing to jump out that window. Now, there's a story. My health teacher told me about one of his good buddies when they were at college. They were on the third story playing cards, and his buddy got really drunk. And he was that guy that, he would get really drunk, and they would, challenge him to do something. 100% of the time, he would say, okay. So they're like, he really can't be that dumb. So they said, I bet you won't finish the fifth and jump out the window. They're on the third story. The guy goes out the window, comes walking back in the door, does it again. Right, now here's the thing. He was inebriated. So he didn't do all those actions that caused you to break your bones and all that, right? I'm not talking about jumping from the third story window. I'm talking about jumping out that second story window. Jump out of the second story window. Get to safety. It's not comfortable, but your life depends on it. And that's the God's honest truth. Is it comfortable for me to completely change my sleep schedule? No. You know how I did it? I just didn't go to sleep. And I had a day in which I talked to everybody. I talked to everybody on the time that was most conducive for them. But now, based on the way my schedule is, people get a hold of me when it's most conducive for me. And the people that's most conducive for them for me to talk to, they're not even on my time zone. Why? Because when you know your why, the how and when will start to develop. You have to be willing to take that first step. And when an opportunity came for me to be able to reach that, I was on the hangout with Stevenson. As a matter of fact, I was on the hangout with him. He's like, what's up, Terrance? What's our next move? 10 minutes later, I'm like, hey, bro, let's get it. Let's get it. About 15 minutes later after that, we had a couple more hangouts going, and there's a lot of different people. All right, a lot of different people involved in which everybody's just kind of looking, and based on the things that people said are why these people came to mind, right? So, I'm talking about things people said within 7 days prior to. It's like when you're thinking about somebody and then they call you, or you're thinking about, how you haven't seen somebody in a while and you go to the store and you see them. That's not by accident. You created that. So what happened was people who were creating these opportunities, the universe just used other people as the presenter of that opportunity, as the vessel to present that opportunity. And it was for them to decide if they wanted to be about it or they didn't. And that's what happened for me. All right, so I'm not here telling you guys to do something I'm not willing to do, something I didn't do. Remember, when I spoke earlier, I said, people They see who you are, what you're being, what you're doing. They don't hear what you say. They look at what you're doing. All right. If I tell people, hey, you got to sacrifice some sleep, don't get that much sleep.
Is it me or did he freeze up again?
I think he froze up again, and I think it's the same position, same posture too.
I think so. You know what's funny
Mm.
is you can be anything in the world, you know, on the internet, you know, because we're network marketers. On the internet, you can be anything, and people just, you know, for some strange reason, they just choose to be stupid. You know what I mean? Like people just choose to be stupid. You know, it's ridiculous. You know, people think education's expensive. Try being ignorant. That's really expensive.
Mm.
Costs a lot of money. You know, if you don't take what we're saying tonight and really apply it, it's possibly the most expensive thing you'll ever pay for. Point blank. Period. It'll be the most expensive thing you'll ever pay for.
Truth.
And it's sad, man. And like you were saying with the, you know, with the arrow and where you're trying to be, it's that's when you achieve happiness, man. But people don't understand. Happiness doesn't come. Happiness isn't cheap. If it was, we all be smiling.
Yeah.
But it's not. You gotta pay for it. You gotta work for it. You gotta earn it. You gotta sacrifice for it. Blood, sweat, tears. You're gonna cry. There's gonna be some depressed days, cloudy days. But there's light at the end of the tunnel. Always. Always light at the end of the tunnel, man.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't see a light, that means you haven't walked far enough. But it's there.
That's real.
It's there. It's definitely there, man. But like you guys, we gotta take action, man. We gotta get out of our own way, and we gotta really put this stuff into motion. You know, it's only so much we can read. You know, inspiring books, or you know, people like us getting on these hangouts and you know just talking about it, man. The game is really simple, man.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta apply. Just gotta put in. You gotta put in what you say. If you say you're gonna do something, do it. Don't procrastinate. Don't come up with your sob story. I don't want to hear it. Just do it. Just do it. Nike got it right. Just do it. Look at them, billion-dollar industry. Just do it, for Christ's sakes. That's it. That's all you gotta do, man. That's all you gotta do. If you just do it, you'll get to where you want to be. You'll be where you want to be. You'll be happy. You'll finally achieve that elusive feeling that so many people don't get to, and that's happiness. At the end of the day, that's all we all want. We just want to be happy. We just want to wake up and say, you know what, I love my life. I enjoy my life. Because I went through all of that, and, you know, and I deserve it. You know, we got my man Terrance. We back? We're okay?
Yes, sir. Yes,
How was
sir.
this?
That's completely me. My bad. My fault. I was about to hit people with the close, and so you guys just got some bonus minutes, some bonus nuggets. All right, if you
Yeah,
guys are watching this live, you guys need to be connecting with us at the end of every single one of these, because when we finish, that's when the real nuggets and the real fun happens. Because
exactly.
we can't just give everything out to the public for free. All right,
Exactly.
for free. All right, people, I've got eight-figure earners that are riding my ass about me giving out so much free value and free content that I really need to kick up. My paid sessions, my paid webinars, and all that. It, this is something that we're going to be doing regardless. All right, but there's going to be a lot more stuff coming. And with the people I have out here, we got products dropping. all right, from different people. There's going to be webinars coming. We're going to be having sending people on speaking tours by themselves. We're going to be doing our Midnight Madness tour, in which we're going to be bringing speakers that you guys have seen, some that you guys haven't seen. Guest speakers in each city coming to the panel as well. I think Stevenson is going to wind up dropping like a book in 2015 at the end of it or something. Audio, Sir BGS, he's always working on stuff. His branding is ridiculous. If you need, you need different graphics or anything like that for your branding, Sir BGS is the man. All right, he is the man, and so he's gonna be, we're gonna have a workshop with Sir BGS coming up for you guys as well, just talking about branding, how to get yourself to the next level. So we have these topics right here, but we're gonna get into different nuts and bolts and nuggets that you can use in different aspects and arenas and areas in your life. All right, and branding is huge right there. And so he's gonna be driving some stuff there as well, coming in 2015. We got a whole bunch of things coming for you guys. I wasn't planning on telling you guys all this stuff right now since we're only on episode 5. But since you guys already got some bonus nuggets, I figure I might as well go ahead and kick the tripwire, the first one anyway. God bless. All right. This is Terrance A. Collins, aka the social media hype man, here to let you know that we're here to help you get from exactly where you are to exactly where it is you want to be, where you deserve to be in your life. And we all want you to know that your life matters to us. So keep your head up. Great is the decision you can make because you can choose how you respond and react to life. Um, you guys take care.